Our focus this evening as Estonia take on the mightily impressive German side who are yet to taste defeat in qualification so far. Here are the matches in Group L over the course of the next few days. And just a reminder who actually makes up Group L: Germany, Greece, Serbia, Israel, Georgia and Estonia. Both Germany and Greece with that 6-0 record so far. They are two of just 5 sides in the European qualification campaign who are unbeaten heading into this second round. And you feel as though today Estonia are going to have their work cut out, that is for sure. There is one of their star men, Schroder, who of course we all know about, and Germany will be looking to try and go to him as often as they can today. Comes off the back of a good game last time out, the end of the first window, when he scored 21 points, had 6 assists against Serbia. So the teams that progressed through the first round of qualifiers have now been split up into 4 new groups, and it will be the top 3 sides in each group come the end of the final window of the second round of qualifying. That's in February of next year. That will book their spots at the World Cup, which begins right at the end of August into the first couple of weeks of September of 2019. Importantly though, the sides have carried forward their points from the first round, as I said, so that means Germany are sitting pretty right at the top of Group L so far. It's only just ahead of Greece, who are also 6-0. Estonia, on the other hand, well, they are just 2-4 so far. But the positive for them today is that both of those wins did come here at home. So they'll be looking to try and feed off their home support once again tonight. Estonia are one of the final sides, I should say, to actually book their spot in the second round of qualification. Went right down to the death. They were in a group comprising of Greece, Israel and Great Britain, and they just about managed to occupy that third and final spot, finishing just a solitary point ahead of Great Britain. But as you can see, they've come out in their numbers today, the Estonian public, and will be desperate to try and cause a little bit of an upset here tonight. So before we get going, it is the turn of the national anthems, and Germany will go first. Well, there are a few German supporters that have made the trip to try and get behind them. But now it is the turn of Estonia. So national anthems are complete. We're just a couple of minutes away then from getting this second round of qualification underway. Again, just like the first round, there will be 3 more windows. This being the first, the next being in a couple of months' time in November. And then, as I mentioned earlier, the final window in February of next year. Thomas Jasevicius, Oskar Lucis and Sergei Belyakov are the referees for us today, overseeing proceedings. Referees have done such a great job throughout this qualification campaign, some of the best in the business. So just time for one final warm-up for both sides. It gives us an opportunity just to take a look at the 2 rosters, and well, this Germany side is just littered with stars. I've mentioned Dennis Schroder already. They've got the likes of Maximilian Kleber as well, another who plies his trade in the NBA. He had 16 points and 7 rebounds against Serbia last time out. Schroder with 21.6 assists. And that is a pretty strong starting 5 with Giffey, Akpinar, Schroder, Kleber. So it's going to be tough work for Estonia today, there's no doubt about that. Well, as I said, both of their wins so far in qualification has come on their home court, so they'll be trying to use that to their advantage today. Unfortunately for them, they are without Slim Sandovene, who's averaging 16 points in qualification. He has only played twice for them, but well, they've got some players as well that can cause a bit of damage. The likes of Sander Est, he had 14 points against Greece, 5 rebounds last time out back in July. You do get the impression that it's certainly going to be tough work for them, but stranger things have happened. You never know, Germany may just get a little bit complacent, having started so well, having already won all 6 of their games so far. Perhaps they may already think that they've got 1 foot into the World Cup already, and maybe Estonia can try and capitalize on any complacency that will be going around. But I'm sure that Henrik Rödel, the German coach, will be making sure that his side completely guard against any complacency at all. But he is a man to watch, Dennis Schroder, a wonderful talent. He plays his basketball for the Oklahoma City Thunder. He's been widely regarded for some time. He's only 24 years of age. He does turn 25 in just a couple of days' time. No, on Saturday he turns 25, so he'll be hoping to kick-start his birthday week with a win here for his national team. Sok, the Estonian coach, one of the greatest Estonian basketball players ever to have lived. And there is Henrik Rödel for the Germans. Been in charge since last year. He was the assistant before that. Played for Germany as well. He competed the 1992 Summer Olympics. He also led the German team to the Eurobasket Championship in 1993. And there is Tiit Sok. He was actually inducted into the Estonian Basketball Hall of Fame back in 2011. Widely recognized as the greatest Estonian basketball player in history. Of course, his son, Sten, he's got 2 sons, Tanel and Sten, but it is Sten who is one of the key players for this Estonian side. Averaging 12.3 points in qualification so far is Sten Sok. Well, you get the feeling it's going to be important here for Estonia just to try and get off to a good, steady start. They don't want to get blown away in this first quarter and suddenly find themselves 10, 15 points back, because against this German side, it's going to be very, very tricky for them to make inroads into that. If they start well, try and catch Germany a little bit cold and try and use the support that this Estonian crowd will offer them throughout this game, then you never know. We might be in for an upset, but Germany 6-0 so far, looking to extend their unbeaten record. The second round of qualification is underway. Here's Vaest. First three is on the way. Oh, gets it to go as well. Gets a nice roll. And the first points belong to Estonia. Here is Akpina. Now Dennis Schroder, no doubt he'll be closely marshalled today. Look to respond with a three of their own. Just couldn't quite bring in the offensive rebounds, could Mike Zerb. He's an important player as well. He's Zerbers today. Initially wanted to play soccer, but decided to focus on basketball when he was just 12 years of age. And I think quite difficult to argue that it was the wrong decision. Kotsar throws up the two from the foul line, can't get it to go. Schroder grabs his first rebound of the game. Schroder from way downtown just comes up short. Zerbers does grab the rebound this time, throws it back outside to Maxi Kleber. Now Schroder again. Schroder drives the lane, throws it back outside. The three from the corner is good. And Niels Giffey has his first points of the game, and Germany level things up. Nice play from Dennis Schroder. Like he was going to penetrate towards the hoop, just threw it back outside. Just can't quite bring in the offensive rebound, but Germany just give it straight back to Estonia. That's a beautiful little bounce pass, and get out of my house, says Maximilian Kleber. And now Dennis Schroder down the other end, tries to bank it in, uses the glass. Well, Kleber down one end with the big rejection. And Schroder down the other, rolling in the two. A long two is on the way, and Estonia level things up quickly. It is a carnival atmosphere inside this sports hall. Remember, we want you to get involved as well. Hashtag FIBA WC. Hashtag this is my house. Get involved with us, interact with us, let us know your thoughts as the three is on the way, and Maximilian Kleber is just beginning to heat up on both ends of the floor. He's already got a block and now a three. Schroder and Zerbes look to try and steal the ball back for the Germans. Schroder, I think, thought that he did so fairly. In the end, has been called on the foul. Was initially selected as a round one pick in the 2013 NBA draft by the Atlanta Hawks, was Dennis Schroder. That was the block we just saw from Kleber. Here's Kotsar. Now Weidman. I think Tietzog thought that perhaps a foul should have been called, but instead Germany get possession back. Here's Schroder again. Schroder looking to use his pace. Oh, what a pass that is! Then a big slam from Mike Zerbes. But again, it's Dennis Schroder. Great vision. It looked as though he was just going to throw the little layup up himself, but he saw Zerbes in a better position. Just the disguise dish to him as they look to respond with a three of their own. Air ball, offensive rebound. Should have put it away, really. And Germany already lead by 5. Schroder again. Started really brightly, Dennis Schroder. Another little no-look pass to Mike Zerbes. Zerbes looking to try and twist and turn. Doesn't get the roll, but the offensive rebound. Can't put it back, not once, but twice. Zerbes still hustling for it, but in the end, has a bit of a word to say to the official behind the hoop there. I think he thought that maybe he was fouled, but no whistle. Bit of a let-off there for Estonia. Zerbes with 3 or 4 chances to put away the 2. Completely open 3, comes up short. Then Schroder grabs another board for the Germans. Schroder, nice pass. The 3 from the corner is good once more. Well, this has been a really good start from Germany and from Dennis Schroder especially. He's already got 3 assists, 2 rebounds, 2 points. Because the NBA season not too far away now either. So timeout has been called by Teat Sok.
Jumperi vahet pole. Ja nüüd, millega me saime, kui ta jõuab liiga sügavale sinna, siis on ju abi enam, kui ta on selle koha peal 2 korda.
Lass uns 5 Runden spielen für Mike das nächste Mal, ja? Okay? Ja. Mit ihm ist es nicht ganz so einfach. Die gehen sehr aggressiv über den Cross-Screen. Du stellst einen guten Block und dann gehen wir über einen Counter. Ja? 5 Runden Counter. Okay? Let's go! Okay! Ich spiele nicht so einen krassen Step-Out. Ich glaube, du kannst ein bisschen attackieren.
Yeah, a few highlight plays already from Dennis Schroder and also Mike Zerbes as well with the big dunk just a couple of minutes ago. It's been a nice start from the side that are 6-0 so far, topping Group L at the moment. You'd imagine they'd probably only need a couple more wins to solidify their spot and just guarantee themselves a place in China next year. Can't come quick enough, really. The Basketball World Cup, so many people really looking forward to it. No doubt China will put on a show for us as well, as Zerbes does well. That low post position where he goes to work, so difficult to stop. And already it's a double-digit lead, just what I said at the start of this game. What Estonia didn't want was to go down by a big margin early on here. They need to stay in touch. Oh, my word! It is a huge dunk from Sander Reyes, who just drove to the lane and dunked all over the German D. He's up to 4 points already. Here is Dennis Schroder. Schroder, shot clock is down to 3. Manages to draw the foul. Let's have another look at this again. Looked as though he'd lost the ball there. Surprised the hoop's still standing. Zerbes again. Goes back out to Schroder. Zerbes wants it inside. Defense just a little too close to Mike Zerbes. Draws the foul. So Harry Pank's just got to be a little careful here. That's his third foul already. So first trip to the foul line. Normally pretty solid from the line is Mike Zerbes, shooting at 80% so far in qualification. And he makes both. And once again, the lead is up to 10. That's as big as it has been so far. Just over 4 minutes to go in this opening quarter. Carsten Tadder is on the floor now for the Germans. The ever-experienced Carsten Tadder. Really important cog in the German machine as Estonia knocked down the three. Just staying in touch. Schroder again. To try and go to work himself, Schroder. Drives this time, does go himself, fouled, and one. And Dennis Schroder has started lights out here. He is some talent. Is Dennis Schroder. Not a lot that Team Sok can do, I'd imagine. Most of their pre-game plans revolved around trying to just keep this man quiet. Easier said than done, unfortunately. And converts on the three-point play. And again, the lead is back up to 10. Here is Weidman. He's going to make sure he doesn't step out of bounds. Does well, but again, the German defense all over the Estonians here. Going to try and go to work on Schroder. Shot clock is down to 3. He needs to get the shot away. He tries to shoot over the defense. It's a really good defensive possession, though, from the Germans. It's another miss for Estonia. It's another opportunity here for Germany to try and extend their advantage. Henrik Schroder will be pretty satisfied with what he's seen so far. They obviously came into this game as favourites, but sometimes that brings with it an unwanted pressure. It's quite difficult to shake off. Zerbes again, who spins. The left-handed finish is a good one. And Zerbes, for all that Schroder has done in this first quarter, Zerbes has been just as good. Really struggled to deal with him in the low post position of Estonia. Foul goes on Carsten Tadder. Little tug of the shirt. Lead up to 12. Yeah, Carsten Tadder was certainly a man that wasn't going to let complacency slip in. He said that they have to try and find a way to win these two games that they've got coming up over the next few days. So Zerbes checks out of the game. He's already got 8 points, though. Mike Zerbes has been a really good start for him. Throws it back outside into the corner, but he's got the defense all over him. Good penetration. Just couldn't quite make the two, but was fouled on his way up, so we'll head to the strike. This is a position that Germany won't be too bothered about putting Estonia on the foul line, because Estonia are the only European team to have scored less than 60% of their free throws attempted so far in qualification. So if it does get a little bit physical out there, then I'm not sure Germany will be too worried about that. Although he's made both on that occasion. The lead back down to 10. Just over 2 to go in this first quarter. Schroder. Clever draws the foul. Signed with the Dallas Mavericks last year, did Maxi Kleber. 26 years of age now, after he had a really good season with Bayern Munich. So Estonia are in the penalty. Be a little bit careful now over the next couple of minutes. Here's Raest, who's probably looked the most dangerous out of the Estonian. Now Schroder. Obst, good penetration by Andreas Obst. And he makes the 2 with the left hand. And already the lead is up to 14. Here is Raest again. Foul is called on Danilo Bartel. It's Germany debut back in 2014 against Finland, did Danilo Bartel. Always a regular in the BBL All-Star lineup. Makes 1 from 2. Just wonder what Henrik Schroder will like to do today. I'd imagine he'd like his German side to get a big lead, and then he can possibly just look to give Schroder a little bit of rest. Make sure that he's fit and firing for their next game in a couple of days, as Bartel has it stripped out of his hands. And they've got the turnover, Estonia. Now can they punish them with a make down the other end of the floor? Here is Kulamai. Nurga, oh, just about gets it to go around Nurga. Went to college in the United States, did Nurga. Originally actually signed for the University of Mississippi, as Schroder goes to work again. Disappointed that he didn't get the finish. Yeah, but a coaching change before Nurga arrived in Mississippi. Actually saw him go to Wichita State instead. It's his basketball in Spain for Huesca. And we've got about 7 seconds between the shot and the game clock here. Here's Kulamai. Kulamai throws it up, tries to bank it in, can't get it to go. Does well to tap it back. They've got another 6 seconds here as Kulamai throws the 3, or is in and out. And Bartel grabs the defensive board, tries to throw it up from miles out. He thought he was fouled. The officials want nothing to do with it. And the buzzer goes. Brings an end to a pretty good first quarter for the Germans. At the end of the first, Estonia 15, Germany 26.
kui selle ajaga
Here are the stats then. Estonia down at just 30% from two-point range. Germans up at 60% from both 2 and 3. We're just struggling on the offensive end as we just take a look at some of the highlights from that opening quarter. Well, Dennis Schroder already with 5 points, 5 assists, 3 rebounds. And Mike Zerbes also had a really good opening quarter. He finished with 8 points. Ryan Veidman also has 8 points for Estonia, 6 of those coming from beyond the arc. And the second quarter underway with Germany into an 11-point lead already. Towards the foul. Foul goes on Kurves. His second. So much experience with Henrik Rudel, not just as a coach, but as a player as well. Won 178 caps for the German national side, did Henrik Rudel as a player. Here is Bastian Doreth. Only got 3 seconds left on the clock. He fadeaway 2 is a lovely shot. It looked as though the opportunity had almost come and gone, but Bartel, no panic at all, knocks it down. Here is Kulamai. Again, the shot clock counting down, and they've managed to turn it over here. Tada to Vutman. Vutman throws it up to Bartel. I'm not sure Bartel was actually expecting it. It's caught him off guard a little bit. Here's Christian Kulamai again. Son of the former Estonia international Gert Kulamai, who was twice an Estonian Basketball Player of the Year, 1999 and 2006. Nice bounce pass into Kulamai, but he's got 2 defenders all over him. He's called on the travel. Estonia will turn it over. Here is Obst. Now Tada. Turn it over again, just a bit scrappy here as Kulamai leads the fast break. Kulamai tries to bank it in, no good. Defensive rebound by Danilo Bartel. Now Bastian Doreth. Obst, good transitional defense by the home side. Dominating the glass in the early stages here, the Germans. 8 defensive rebounds to just 3 for Estonia. And the foul is called on Nurga. Bastian Doreth. Nice pass into Bartel. Bartel is fouled, gets the roll, and one. Really struggling to cope with the ball movement of the Germans. Good strength down under by Danilo Bartel. Gets Zerbes to his feet. Can he convert on the three-point play? Looking to try and make it a 16-point lead. They can't, and they very nearly get second-best prize with the ball back. So the lead stays at 15. Nurga to Kulamai. Good hand skills from Kulamai, throws it up though, nowhere near. And now the fast break being led by Tada. And Tada draws the foul. Well, quite often in their qualification matches, Germany have started quite slowly. They've actually been down at half-time on 3 occasions, only to rally in the second half to maintain their unbeaten record. Pass out to Bastian Dodeth in the corner. The 3 is good. And Germany just keep piling it on. Dodeth with his first points of the ball game. Weidman with the inbound pass, just throws it straight to Voigtman, and now the fast break. Tada is down the other end of the floor and puts in a simple layup. And the lead is up to 20. Just beginning to look a little bit ominous now for the Estonians. I'm sure one thing that Henrik Rödel would have told his side is just go and quieten down this home crowd, and at the moment that's what they've done. Poor inbound pass straight to Johan Voigtman. Kotsar making sure that he didn't give another and one away. Well, he doesn't look too happy, Henrik Rödel, but I'm sure deep down he will be. Weidman again. Kulamai throws it back outside. The 3 on the way from the corner is good. They need a few more of those, Estonia. Gregor Hermets found himself wide open. Only 21 years of age is Hermit. They've now got the turnover as well. Can they exploit that down the other end of the floor? Well, it'll be a trip to the line. Good penetration, good aggression from Weidman. A couple of other Group L matches will be getting underway in the not too distant future. In about half an hour's time, Israel taking on Georgia, and in about an hour and a half's time, Greece up against Serbia. Here is Giffey. Dennis Schroder back on the floor for Germany. Here is Voigtman. The shot clock is down to 2. Voigtman shooting over the defense, can't get it to go. And does well to keep it in bounds as well. Estonia can bring it clear. Just over 5 to go in this first half. The first half has been dominated by this unbeaten Germany side. Runs into a wall of red. Schroder, the 3 is on the way. Can't get it to go, manages to grab the offensive rebound as Erbs throws up the little teardrop. Got to be careful here. They've got to make sure they get it over the half court. They did just about in the 8 seconds allowed. Kotsar, open three. This is a great look. He disappointed Weidemann because he's started this game well. Already has 8 points. As I said, 6 of those have come from the outside as well. Estonia in the penalty again with 4 minutes and 53 seconds left on the clock, so it's a trip to the foul line. Here's Weidemann again. Turned it over, now Giffey is all alone. He's got to try and go himself. And in fairness, did really well. Did Tanel Kurbas actually force Giffey into quite a difficult shot there. Here's Kurbas again. Weidemann into Kulamai, who steps back, throws the three, comes up way short. And just about brought in by Johan Voigtmann. Schroder looking to try and orchestrate things. What a pass from Dennis Schroder. He just sees things on a basketball court that so many others don't. And Giffey the benefactor there. Got out just at the corner of his eye. Got a bit of emotion from Henrik Rudel. So timeout called by Titsok.
Als ob du im Block stehst. Okay. So. Du gehst, als ob du im Block ausrüst, kommst nach oben, Täuschung. Ab für Maxi. Ja, ab für Max. Alley-oop.
Pass zu Dennis.
Pass zu Dennis. Wenn er nicht ist, wenn er nicht da ist, kommst du zum Block. Kommst du gleich durch. Jetzt mach geht's. So, nein, kommst du gleich.
Well, last words of advice from Henrik Rudel there. Pass to Dennis. That should get it done. Good match coming down the stretch in Group K as well between Bulgaria and France. France struggling there. Bulgaria 68, France 66 with just around 4 minutes to play in that one. Last touch was off Voigtmann, so Estonia will keep it with 7 seconds left on the shot clock. Well, coming into this game, all the stats really suggested that Germany were going to beat Estonia reasonably comfortably. They were averaging about 15 more points per game, about 4 more rebounds a game, more assists per game, more steals, more blocks, better shooting percentage. Just every stat was in favour of the Germans. Shot clock down to 3. Nice little dummy, watch out. Oh, we decided against it. Just make sure of the 2. Oh, what a pass from the alley-oop! And Dennis Schroder again. To his fellow NBA man, Maxi Kleber. Well, Schroder putting on a bit of a passing clinic out there. Mid-range two, gets it to go, nice shot. Estonia just desperately trying to stay in touch. Here is Schroder. Looks as though Zerbes is just about to re-enter the fray. Schroder throws up the three, can't get it to go. Defensive rebound by Sandoreast. Kotsar, nice pass. Schroder goes flying, no call, and makes another two. Just getting the crowd lifted again. Kajupank knocks it down, and the lead is back to within 19. And a timeout has been called once again, this time by Henrik Rudel.
Defensiv müssen wir weiter solide bleiben. Solide bleiben. Ja, das sind 3 Würfe hintereinander, völlig frei. Das geht nicht. Das geht so nicht. Okay? 54 für Max. Dennis, ja? 54. Alles klar? Du bist hinter. Zack. Block. Antizipier, dass sie rauskommen. Und du musst hier kommen, du musst relativ früh anbieten. Ja? Frühzeit. Auf geht's.
Kui ta paneb need visked ära, siis ta vast ei pane.
või Amsterdami, sest on meil siis peaauhinnaks välja pandud 40 piletit 2019. aasta juunikuus Amsterdami FIBA 3x3 maailmameistrivõistlustele, kus just Erki Elani ja Raul.
Well, this is the alley-oop again. Schroder to Kleber. Just another reminder, I'm sure you've already got it, but make sure that you do download the FIBA Basketball World Cup app that is there for your delectation. Get all the latest news and highlights and everything you could possibly need to guide you through this upcoming World Cup in, well, just under a year's time. This time next year, it'll pretty much be time for the final. Fourth foul already for Kajupank. He's picked 3 of those up in the first quarter, so he's really got to watch himself now. And of course, with them being in the penalty so early on in this second quarter, it's another trip to the line for the Germans. Just another easy chance to try and extend this lead for Maxi Kleber. Makes them both. Throws it back outside. Good ball movement from Estonia. Happy to give him the 3, and that's why. Zerbes is back on the floor for Germany now. Dennis Schroder again. Difficult shot. Step back 2 is good. Dennis Schroder just making life look pretty simple out there at the moment. 7 points, 7 assists, 4 rebounds so far for Dennis Schroder. Shooting 3 from 6 from the field. Bateman. Schroder looking to try and run the floor, draws the foul. Well, of course, despite Germany having NBA talent on their roster with the likes of Dennis Schroder and Maxi Kleber, there is very much a reliance on the overall team contribution for the Germans. The bench for Germany have averaged 41 points per game in round 1 of qualifying, which actually tied them for first in Europe. So it's certainly not just their star men that produce the goods for them. It is very much a team performance. Here is Reyes. Nice pass from Reyes, manages to draw the foul. Does Nurga, he'll head to the line. Foul goes on Schroder. Really is something they've got to improve. Estonia, though, their free throw shooting just not good enough. Can't be shooting less than 60% from the line. So another 2 opportunities missed. Reservists again. So difficult to stop in these positions, or Schroder very nearly manages to win possession back for Germany. Here go Estonia, though. Mid-range 2 is just a little short. Zerbes grabs the defensive rebound. There's about 10 seconds between the shot and the game clock. Chance for a 2-for-1 as Schroder puts up the 3, just comes up short. Now Weidman. The difference in the rebounding, though, 17 defensive boards for Germany, just 8 for Estonia. Just looking to try and tick down the final few seconds of this first half. The 3 from the corner, in and out. And they've got 1 second to try and throw it up. It was just past the buzzer. But all in all, that is a pretty impressive performance from Germany. It certainly looks as though they are going to extend their unbeaten record in qualifying at half-time. Estonia 24, Germany 49. So here are the stats. You can just see Germany dominant in every performance, really. 68% from 2, 44 from 3, compared to just 33 and 27%. The rebounds have been a big difference, though. Germany 22 rebounds, 18 of those 22 defensive. They've had a couple of blocks, fewer turnovers, fewer fouls, just every single stat in Germany's favour, really. And it's difficult for Titzok to even know what to say to his side at the half-time break, because they are just being beaten by a better side, really. And I suppose for Estonia, they've just got to try and limit the damage as much as they possibly can. But Germany looking good at the moment to try and go 7-0 in qualifying, to move 1 step closer to booking their spot in China next year. I'll leave you with the highlights of that first half. Make sure you're back in around 10 minutes' time when the second half will get underway. It's Germany who leads.
koondise särgid seal loosimisse. Aga meil oli üks tubli noormees siin, kes andis palli kohtunikele. Kas see noormees on veel meiega siin? Mul oleks seda praegu, väga hea. Tule sina siia, ole hea. Sest sina oledki meil täna see kõige tähtsam, kes otsustab. Mina hoian, tüdrukuid meil ei üldse vaja. Ei ole. Nüüd on meil väga lihtne mäng. Mina hakkan andma Foxi kätte paberilenti. Sina lihtsalt loe, meil on siin päris palju. 2, 3. Ühel hetkel sa võid öelda julgelt stopp, kui sa arvad, et see paberileet võiks olla see, kelle käes on see võidunumber. Kui meil need saavad otsa, siis me hakkame algusest peale. Nii, kas nüüd sa pane see viimane, vali nendest üks, pane see ka sealt ette. Vali nendest üks, üks nendest on võitja nimekiri. Sellel lehel on 37 numbrit, ütle mulle number 1-37-ni. 32. Daamid ja härrad, kas meil on siin saalis Karl Reismann, kelle mobiili viimased numbrid on 826. Tema sõidab Saksamaale tasuta meeskonnaga kaasa. Kas on meil Karl siin kuskil? Vaatame, kas keegi jookseb siia või ei jookse. Karl Reismann. Ma ei näe teda. Ma arvan, et teeme Karlile ühe kõne teiega kõik koos. Heiki vaatab, et järsku meil mikrofon on täpselt nii vali, et me saame Karli kõnesid kätte. Ja valin siis numbri Karlile. Või on meil Karli kuskilt tulemas, ei ole? Nii, teeme Karlile kõne, vaatame, mis Karl arvab sellest, et ta on võitud. Nii, tere, ma kutsun. Aga Karl ei taha meiega sugugi rääkida. Me ei ole midagi teha, Karli me kätte ei saa, aga sellegi poolest aitäh sulle praegult. Küll aga meil on siin veel vaja siin samas, sest Fox läheb toob nüüd kohe siia Tanel Kulbase särgi insuliinipumpade soetamise. Paneme selle oksjonile alghinnaga 20 €. Kes iganes selle endale saab, see saab omale väga väärika särgi. Kas ma näen kuskil 20 €, kes pakub Tanel Kulbase särk koos kõikide numbrite ja asjadega? Kellel veel särki seljas ei ole, siis praegult on see võimalus 20 € alghind. Kogu raha läheb heategevusse, sinna üles läheb esimene, 20 € on seal pakutud. Kas ma näen kuskil 25 €? 25 € läheb sinna, kas on 30 € kusagil? Vaatame ringis, sinna läheb 30 €, 35 € järgmisena. Kas meil on keegi 35 € eest tahtmas oma Tanel Kulbase särki? Seal üleval 35 €, 40 €. 40 €, ära pane selga, hing kukub kohe. 40 €. Kas pakub keegi Tanel Kulbase särgi eest 40 €? Sealne üles läheb 40 €. 45 € on järgmine. Kas 45 € on, seal on üks pakkumine, 50 € on järgmine pakkumine, kas ma näen 50 € kuskil üleval siin, aga 50 €, 60 € Tanel Kulbase särk. 60 €, kas on kuskil pakkumine, praegu on 50 sinna üles esimest korda, 50 läheb sinna üles teist korda, viimane võimalus veel. Kas ma näen kuskil mõnda kätt väga kõrgel, kes pakub rohkem, kes pakub 60, siitpoolt ka veel. Seal on käsi üleval, 60 € läheb sinna esimest korda, 60 € läheb sinna teist korda, kas ma kuulen 70 siit kusagilt? Tanel Kulbase ainulaadne särk 70 €, raha läheb heategevusse, sinna läheb 70, aitäh teile neiu. 80 €, kas ma kuulen kusagilt 80 €? Tanel Kulbase võistlussärk on meil heategevusoksjonil 80 €, 70 läheb esimest korda, 70 läheb teist korda, kas ma käime siit üle silmadega kõik ja Fox aitab mul kaasa vaadata, sest viimane võimalus, ma ütlen kohe ära selle viimase korra. No, kas on kuskil 80? Ma ei näe enam. Kõik on nii kirju. Seal see neiule 70-ga. Anname ära selle neiule 70-ga, tule aga siia. Aitäh sulle, me sinule saame lähemale insuliinipumpade ostmisele taaskord ja teha head. Ning loomulikult sellist särki kusagilt mujalt võtta ei ole, kui ainult siit Foxi käest praeguse hetkel. Küll aga ma vaatan, et meil on veel mõned minutid aega, Saksa rahvuskoondis on juba väljakule tulemas, aga ma arvan, et nad ei pahanda, kui me siiski teeme ühe väikese oksjoni veel. Nimelt käisin ma enne mängu algust läbi meie rahvusmeeskonna garderoobist ja võtsin kaasa meie Eesti koondise rahvussärgi, mille peale lasin panna iga mängija autogrammi. Selline autogrammidega särk, mida taaskord ei ole kellegi teisel. Paneme oksjonile allhinnaga 25 €. Tegemist on suurusega XL, nii et läheb ka suurematele poistele selga, väiksematele jääb mõnusalt lofa. Ja Fox, ole hea, tule mulle taaskord appi. 25 € ainulaadne särk kõikide meie rahvusmeeskonna mängijate autogrammid on seal peal. Nii, palun 25 €, kas ma kuulen kusagilt? Hakkame peale, siin läheb 25, kas ma näin 35 kusagil? 35 €. Silmad käivad mul, vaatame, kas keegi on meil kusagil siin. Sinna ülesse 35 €, 45 €, kas ma kuulen 45 €? Hea tegevusega tegeleme praegusel hetkel siin, kui te veel märganud ei ole. 45 € on seal olemas, pakume 45 €, 55 €. Ainulaadne Eesti rahvuskoondise särk kõikide autogrammidega, 55 € kõigest on hinnas, kas ma näen siin kusagil, seal üleval 55, kas 65 tuleb siia? Tuleb 65 siia, kas ma näen kuskil 75? 75 saate särgi kohe kaasa, 75 sinna ülesse, 85 on järgmine pakkumine, kas ma leian ka 85-ga siit pakkumisel, 85 €. Kas tuleb kusagil? Ma annan veel ühe võimaluse. Kui keegi on nõus praegu kohe 100 € andma, annan särgi ära ja lõpetan oksjoni. Kas meil on siin keegi, kes tahab head teha ja annab ära 100 €? Sellise ainulaadse särgi eest saate kohe endale. Hetkel pakkumine 75 peal. Kas me näeme mõnda kätt? Seal olemas, härrasmees, tule siia. Teeme sulle aplausi, aitäh härrasmeele. Ta saab väga ainulaadse särgi ja teeb kahe käega head tänu temale. Me oleme taaskord andmas oma panust insuliinipumpade ostmiseks. Nii et super. Ja sellist särgi on raske leida, kus kogu tiimi nimed peal ja sellega on au ja uhkus ka linna peal käia ja igal mängul samuti. Nii et daamid ja härrad, seista pool on selline nagu ta on, aga meie mehed on olnud tublid. Ja see tähendab vaid ühte, et mäng jätkub juba 3 minuti ja 20 sekundi pärast. Küll aga siia enne teise poole algust tahaks ma välja tulla selle, et Eesti koondis mängis ka 1993. aastal Saksamaal. Siis olid mänguplatsid sellised mehed nagu Toomas Kaljumaa, Aivar Kruusmaa, Erki Kivinov, Ivo Saksa kolm. Aleksandr Karabajev, Kitt Kullamäe, Rauno Pehto, taustajõududena olid platsi ääres Jaak Sõdumets, Rivo Soolik ja Klaas Keskevitšus, Rein Jaak ja Sulev Ratisto. Ja eks paljud eestlased mäletavad seda matši arvatavasti oma elupäevadel lõpuni. Ning loomulikult tahame kõikidele nendele meestele veel suure tänu öelda tehtud töö eest ja meie noortele noormeestele samuti. Arenev on see meie noor Eesti rahvuskoondis ja näitavad nad hambaid juba endast palju suurematele ja vägevatele, seega kõike on alles ees. publiku üle on kõlanud, siis 82. poole algust veel ka öelda palju õnne.
So welcome back, everybody. It is one-way traffic at the moment, with Germany leading Estonia 49 points to 24 at the half-time break. There's been plenty of standout performances. Dennis Schroder with 9 points, 7 assists, 5 rebounds. Mike Zerbes with 8 points and 4 rebounds as well. And also their other star man, Maxi Kleber. He leads the way for the Germans. Estonia, well, they've been led by Ryan Weidman. It's going to be very interesting to see just what Titsok said to his side at that half-time interval, because well, you'd imagine he won't be perhaps focusing on winning this game, but just trying to reduce the damage, limit the damage to as much as he possibly can.
Kellel on telefon olnud, siis vaadake, see on siin minu juures boksi käes. Ja telefoni kätte saamiseks ei ole vaja midagi muud teha, kui panna õige parool siia peale ja siis ongi kõik.
Germany looking to try and extend their unbeaten record in qualifications so far. They were 6-0 in the first round of qualifying. And at the moment, it certainly looks as though that is going to go 7-0. And it is Estonia with the opening possession of this third quarter. With Kulamai. Foul called already. Kotsa. Mike Pinar's just picked up his third foul. Kayopank is the man who's in real danger. He had 4 fouls in that first half. Drives to the baseline, can't get it to go, and call on the foul anyway. So a good defensive possession from the Germans. Still lead by 25. Other game in Group L just about to get started. Between Israel and Georgia. Going to start any minute now, and also in an hour's time, Greece taking on Serbia. Greece, of course, also unbeaten coming into the second round of qualification, also 6-0. It'll be a really good game when Germany and Greece meet. Here is Weidman. Opened up with a couple of threes in the first half, did Weidman. Has a little bounce pass, just throws it straight into the leg of Zerbes. Last touch off Estonia, so Germany get possession back. There is Schroder. Schroder, good penetration from Dennis Schroder. And the finish as well. And he just continues on his merry way, Dennis Schroder. $11 points now, he's 4 for 8 from the field. 7 assists as well, and some of his dishes today have been right on point. Offensive rebound, that's what they need to do better in the second half, Estonia. They need to crash the boards a little bit more. They allowed Germany way too much freedom on the glass. Schroder, little no-look pass. Schroder again, underneath the leg, and Zerbes one-handed. What a play from the Germans. Look at that for a pass. And Zerbes didn't disappoint with the dunk. That's as good as you're likely to see. It's pretty cool, and the timeout is being called immediately by Team Sok.
Vaikka ei toi mees teemalle jäädä, mulla tänne päästä.
Well, they've formed a real connection, haven't they? Mike Zerbers and Dennis Schroder linked up really well today. Germany have a home game in a couple of days' time. On Sunday they play, but they're back in Germany in Leipzig against Israel. And then they've got to wait until the end of November, early December for the next window of qualification. Estonia, meanwhile, they travel to Serbia on Sunday to play against them. Schroder again into Zerbers again. Good work on the defensive ends by Estonia. Well, there'll be tougher games to come, there's no doubt about that for Germany. Left-handed jump hook, no good. Zerbers grabs the defensive rebounds. Throws it up from three-point range, no good. Weidemann with the rebounds. Here's Kotsa. Weidemann up against Schroder. Foul is called on Giffey. So Kurvesh checks out the game. He's only 21 years of age. Quite a few young kids in this roster have the Estonians, which I suppose is a positive for the future. Maybe not so much the present, but they've done well just to reach the second round of qualifying anyway. That's a shot clock violation. The three is on the way and comes up way short on that occasion, Maxi Kleber. Well, Germany were drawn in a group with Serbia, Georgia and Austria in their first round of qualifying. Serbia finishing second in the end, Georgia finishing third, Austria were 0-6, finishing in last position, not making it through to the second round. Estonia will keep it, but only with 6 seconds left on the clock. Remember, we want you to get involved as well. Hashtag FIBA WC, hashtag This Is My House. Download the Basketball World Cup app as well, where you can get all the latest news and highlights and videos, everything you could possibly need to guide you through this World Cup. Nice finish with the left hand. Actually played for Estonia in the FIBA 3-on-3 World Cup in the Philippines, did Malik Kalev Kotsa, who we just saw make that left-handed layup. They finished 9th. Still at college, mind you. He's with the South Carolina Gamecocks. Zerbes. Akpinar into Kleber. Kleber, difficult shot. The step back two is no good, but he was fouled, and Kleber will head to the line and shoot two. Just under 6 minutes to go in this third quarter. And a relatively slow start from both of these sides to kickstart the second half. Mentioned the free throws coming into this game, and once again it's Estonia who are really struggling from the foul line, shooting at just 36%. Schroder picks up his second personal. Estonia, no more fouls to give. As the three is on the way, Bartel grabs the rebound immediately into the hands of Dennis Schroder. Schroder throws it up to Zerbes. He's going for yet another alley-oop. We saw one in the first half between Schroder and Kleber. And Estonia now in the penalty. Exactly what they did in the second quarter as well. Got into foul difficulty early on. Zerbes back at the line. Already got 10 points today. There's Mike Zerbes. 4 for 6 from the field. Has played some basketball in Israel, has Mike Zerbes, so sure he'll be looking forward to their next game on Sunday. It's with Maccabi Tel Aviv. Pasoria. Now Sut. Defending the perimeter well are the Germans, and that's not going to count. It's an offensive foul. They'll turn it over here, Estonia. Germany back with it with a 31-point advantage. Schroder, good penetration from Dennis Schroder. And once again, the lovely soft touch at the hoop. Just explodes to the rim, doesn't it? So difficult to stop. Up to 13 points now, Dennis Schroder. Vademan. There's no sign in any let-up really from Germany already. They've just got a little bit quiet, I suppose, in this third quarter. They've still outscored Estonia 10 points to 2, though. So they've extended their leads even more. Zerbes called on his second. Here is Sut. Shot clock is down to 5, and the foul will go on Zerbes again. And he might have just fallen a little awkwardly there. That foul puts Germany in the penalty, so it'll be a trip to the line. Zerbes picking up his third foul. Just got to hope he's okay. May have just landed a little awkwardly there, Ryan Vademan. Have another look at this. It looked reasonably innocuous, but I suppose the good news is he did get up straight away and tried to run it off, which is always a positive. So Weidman heads to the line, looking to try and get into double digits. It's another free throw miss, though, for the Estonian side. Has a wry grin on his face, does Tiitsok. Knows how badly they've struggled from the stripe, not only today, but just in the qualification campaign in general. Their offense has really let them down today. They're down at just 33% from two-point range. Estonia 23% from three, and just 40% from the free throw line. They've turned it over here, though, of the Germans. So Estonia with an opportunity to try and eat into this lead. Pasoya throws it out, turns down to three. Here is Kotsa. Kotsa, a nice little spin move, and a good finish as well with the left hand from Kotsa. Lead is back down to 30. Here is Schroder. Schroder out to the corner. The three is nothing but net. And Karsten Tada. Kotsa thought about the long two, turned it down, sets the pick. Oh, beautifully done by Schroder. Gets a little fortunate, though, Estonia, that they managed to get the ball back. There's only 3 seconds left on the shot clock. Drives to the baseline, and last touch was off Estonia. And Germany will get it back again. Good defensive possession once more for this German side. Look at this from Dennis Schroder, though, just so aware to what's going on. All hand on ball. That was the three from Karsten Tada that we saw earlier. Oh, beautiful pass. Bartel throws it down two-handed. Just over 2 minutes to go. In this third quarter, Estonia 29, Germany 64. Already had plenty of games in the second round of qualification in Europe. So far today, Bulgaria got the better of France in the end, 74 points to 68. The Czech Republic and Russia, they are locked together at 52 points each, with about 2 minutes to go in the third. Finland beating Bosnia and Herzegovina 61-47. 2 minutes to go in the third. And Georgia and Israel just getting underway as well. 21 points to 20 Israel lead, but still inside the first quarter. Here is Dennis Schroder. Schroder with the shot clock counting down. Throws the three over the D. And you know the rest. Lead up to 37. Pasoya. Two all over him. Does well just to keep it in bounds, and very nearly made it. That would have been some shot if that had fallen. Well, it's not just on the offensive end that they've looked impressive today, the Germans, also on the defensive side of things as well. Estonia have really struggled to get too many good looks. Tada. Voigtman looking to go to work, draws the foul. Foul goes on Nurga. France were another side that were unbeaten in qualifications, so a bit of a surprise losing to Bulgaria today, so they've lost their unbeaten tag. It doesn't look as though Germany are losing theirs as Kulamai throws the three. Big strong rebound by Bartel. Now Tada, really nicely done. Just a reminder, it is the top three sides of all four groups that will make it through to the World Cup proper when that gets underway on the 31st of August. That's the date for your diary in 2019. Bartel looking to go to work. Manages to draw the foul again. Gets the applause from Maxi Kleber. Foul goes on Gregor Hermet. Another youngster, only 21 years of age. Plays his basketball in Spain. He actually only made his debut for Estonia in the World Cup qualifiers a few months ago. So relatively new to the international stage. But when you look through their roster, the likes of Hermet, who's 21, Karl Martin Kass, 23, Mikkel Kurves is 21, Kotsas, 21, Kulamai's 19. Even the likes of Rauno Nerger's only 24, Ayest is 19, Sut 23. There's plenty of youth on their side. You just wonder, in a couple of years' time, just how dangerous Estonia could be. But perhaps not today. It's another straightforward quarter for the Germans. They've extended their lead to 43. The end of the third, Estonia 30, Germany 73. Yeah, there is your reminder just to download the FIBA Basketball World Cup app. And as we take another look at the stats, and they're just growing and growing in favour of Germany. Shooting 75% from two-point range now. Here's a look at the highlights. We saw one of the great little assists from Dennis Schroder just there to Mike Zerbes. That is certainly going to be one of the highlight plays of this first window of the second round of qualification. Almost like Dennis Schroder's been playing an exhibition at times out there today. Tough night for Titsok. So the final quarter. Just how close can Estonia get this one? And they're going to move to 2 and 5 by the looks of it. They did sit bottom of Group L before these first round matches got underway. Did Estonia 2 and 4. Georgia are also 2 and 4. Israel 3 and 3. And then Serbia 4 and 2, with Greece and Germany both 6 and 0. Here is Bartel. Bartel with white shirts all around him. Good defense by the Estonians on that occasion. Cannot fault the Estonian support, though. They have come out in their numbers today. Reyes. Throws up the long two, can't get it to go. Bartel with the rebound. Bastian Doref. Be a little bit surprised, I think, if we do see Dennis Schroder again in this final quarter. You get the feeling that Henrik Ruder will just be thinking, yeah, job done. Let's rest him up for Israel on Sunday. Kulamai with the rebound, just 19 years of age is Christian Kulamai. His dad actually still coaching Taliana Kalev. Oh, start, what a shot that is. That is so difficult. The right-hand jump hook over the D. Well, it's quite difficult not to be impressed with this German side. They may not be up against the strongest of opponents today, but you've still got to come and do a job, especially when you're on the road in front of packed house in Estonia, where they've already won 2 games in qualification, have the Estonians in front of their home supporters. But this is as professional a performance as you're likely to see. Doref into Voigtman. Voigtman looking to try and do Jallo. Here he is. Voigtman again. Up against Hermit. As well, Hermit to force him back outside. The shot clock was counting down, tried to bank it in. And again, it's a good defensive possession from Estonia, forcing the Germans into a more difficult shot. Kulamai. Out to the corner, the three is on the way. The three is good by Gregor Hermit, the 21-year-old. Well, you can still barely hear yourself think inside this arena, even though they're down to the extent that they are. Doref into Voigtman. Voigtman trying the little pass around the back, somehow still finds its way through to Bartel. And Bartel draws the foul and will head to the line and shoot 2. Kulamai again, or nearly stole it away, did Ops, but throws it out of bounds. Germany get possession straight back. Just about 7 minutes to go in this final quarter. We are in fact going to see both Dennis Schroder and Maxi Kleber. Thought Henrik Rudel may well just think, let's rest them up for Israel on Sunday, but no. Here is Obst. Kulamai just lost his footing, lost his man in the process, did well to recover, throws it up. Oh, how has he got that to go? Karim Jalao somehow. And has he stolen it back? Very nearly. Last touch was off him though, so Estonia will keep it. Only 21 years of age is Karim Jalao. Yeah, well done, managed to get the shot clock violation. He's an exciting talent, though, Karim Jallow, that's for sure. You wouldn't be surprised at all if he followed the likes of Dennis Schroder and Maxi Kleber to the NBA, into the 2018 NBA draft. Throws it up, can't get it to go. Defensive rebounds. Estonia again are just have no more fouls to give in this final quarter. Throw it out of bounds. Kulamai just couldn't quite prevent it from going through his legs. "32 teams will be heading to China the end of August next year. There'll be 92 games played over 16 days. The final on September the 15th. So a year on Saturday. Oh, Jallow nearly was able to put it back. Does well to keep possession for the Germans, though. Now Dennis Schroder. Shot clock is counting down to 3. Someone's got to get a shot away. Not sure he's aware of it. He wasn't. And they run the clock down. Surprised he wasn't aware, really. Yeah, 8 different cities are hosting the World Cup in China. Beijing, Nanjing, Wuhan, Shanghai, Guangzhou, Dongguan, Foshan and Shenzhen are the 8 cities that will all be hosting. That's nice. Here he comes. Well, they haven't had a huge amount to shout about. Well, Tanel Kurbes throwing it down. Years of age is Kurbes now. Did win the Slovakian League with Lewicki this year before deciding to move on to pastures new in Poland as Kulamai picks up his 4th personal foul. Johan Thiemann at the line for Germany. The German Pro A Young Player of the Year back in 2016 was Thiemann. Really is just a wealth of talent on this German roster wherever you look. As I mentioned earlier on in this game, I know the likes of Dennis Schroder will get the headlines, but it really is a team performance for Germany. .34 of their 81 points today coming from the bench. As Reyes picks up his 4th foul. So Thiemann heads back to the line. Can't make the second, and eventually Estonia are able to bring the ball in. Here's Weidman, who is into double digits for Estonia. He's got 10. Nurga. Weidman decides to shoot again from the outside. Can't get it to go. Schroder with the pass down the floor. Catch, shoot, just comes up a little short. Weidman does well to prevent the ball going out of bounds. Here is Sander Reyes. He's got Tiemann all over him. Foul in the end goes on Karim Jallow. Kotsar, difficult shot, can't get it to go. Defensive rebound brought in by Dennis Schroder with 3.5 to go. Schroder again with that acceleration to the hoop. Manages to draw the foul, will head to the line and shoot 2. Georgia have got off to a good start against Israel in the other match in Group L that's currently taking place. They lead by 6 with just a couple of minutes to go in the first half there. 42-36, Georgia lead. So Schroder looking to build on his 16 points that he has already. 10 assists as well, so he's already clocked up the double-double. Wouldn't be surprised if he made it a triple-double in the next 3.5 minutes. He's got 6 rebounds. He'll have to go some, but wouldn't put anything past this guy. So Schroder checks out. Here's Reyes. Again, Jallow did well to find Kotsar, who's got Tiemann all over him. The mid-range 2 is a good one, as Mikael Kurves makes it, knocks down his first points of the day. Tried to throw it out into the corner where Bartel was waiting. Now Reyes had the open man over on the right-hand corner, decided against it. Last touch was off Jallow, so Estonia will keep it with 11 seconds left on the shot clock. To draw the foul, will shoot 2. So just over 2 minutes to go. I think Estonia will just be quite happy when they hear that full-time buzzer go. Here is Bastian Dorev. Shot clock is down to 3. Loses his footing as well. He's got to throw it up. Pinar can't get it to go. And the defensive rebound eventually is brought in by Jan Puidet. So Akinar picks up his fourth. Oh, nearly was able to steal it there, Jallo. Little teardrop, just can't get it to go. Offensive rebound and a big rejection by Johan Thiemann, who's put up some good minutes since coming on. Weidman drives and an easy finish. Thiemann again. Bartel. Weidman up to 14 points now and a rejection. Down the other end from Kotza. Inside the final 60 seconds. Weidman behind the back. Kotza. The three is on the way. The three just comes up short. Bartel with the rebounds. Estonia have certainly held their own in this fourth quarter. 11 points each. So they haven't allowed the lead to grow any further. Thiemann has earned a few trips to the line since coming on. Only played 6 minutes or so today, but put up 4 points, 1 rebound in that time. Here's Weidman, lovely bounce pass by Weidman, and I'm surprised the hoop is still standing as Sander Reyes throws it down two-handed. Fantastic little dish to him by Ryan Weidman. 14 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists for Weidman today. And they're just going to allow the clock to run down. And Germany, well, they came into this game as one of just 5 sides who were unbeaten in the first round of qualification. And Germany have kept that unbeaten record in the very first game of the second round of qualifying as well. Final score here, Estonia 43, Germany 86. It was one-way traffic, really. Right from the get-go, it was important for Estonia just to try and start well and not allow Germany to race out into a big lead, but that's exactly what they did. They had an 11-point lead by the end of the first quarter. They'd extended that hugely by the end of the second quarter. And really the only quarter that was reasonably close was that final quarter there, where it was 13 points each. But Estonia, well, they've arguably just got the hardest game out of the way in Group L. But it's certainly an uphill battle for this Estonia side to try and book their spot in the World Cup in China when it comes around in just under a year's time. But Germany, well, you'd be shocked if they aren't there. 7-0 now for the Germans. 62% from 2-point range, just 35% for Estonia. 35% from 3, they're above 90% from the foul line. That's certainly an area where Estonia need to improve from the foul stripe. Looked after the ball better, more blocks, fewer fouls. It was just one-way traffic, it really was, in favour of the Germans today. Things to ponder for Estonia, but they'll be looking to try and rectify matters on Sunday, where they travel to Serbia to play their second game in the second round. And Germany, meanwhile, well, they can head back to Germany. They are at home in Leipzig against Israel. Well, he was magnificent. Dennis Schroder absolutely ran the show. 18 points Schroder had in the end. He picked up the double-double though, not only 18 points, he had 10 assists, he had 6 rebounds. But others that chipped in nicely, the likes of Mike Zurbez, who had 12, Danilo Bartel had 12, Max Kleber had 11. And as for Estonia, well, they were very much led by Rain Veidman, who had 14 points to his name in the end, the only man from Estonia to reach double digits in terms of points. So just another gentle reminder to download the FIBA World Cup app. That's been available now for many, many months, and of course you can get all the latest news and highlights and video footage on that app, and it'll keep you bang up to date with just what is going on in the FIBA World Cup basketball qualification period and into the World Cup proper when that starts on the 31st of August next year. Also, don't forget that a couple more Group L matches are, one is underway, that is Georgia and Israel. Georgia looking to try and capitalize on this loss from Estonia, and they lead Israel 49 points to 37 at half-time in that one. And there's a good one that's going to be starting in 15 minutes time. Greece up against Serbia is the final game of Group L that will be getting underway today. And then of course these teams back on Sunday to play their second game in the second round of qualifying. 3 more windows in the second round, the end of November, early December, and also in February of next year. And by that point, by the time the third window comes to a close, we will know exactly which 3 teams from each group in the European qualifiers are heading to China next year. But I will leave you with the rest of the highlights. It was one-way traffic here in Tallinn as Germany extend their unbeaten record. It finished Estonia 43, Germany 86.